Okay, I'm just gonna go in order, I think. Let's start. When the son of Haruo Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Haruo has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. Oh, fuck, I forgot. Oh, oh wait, this is the part. Kills by burning one who is in possession of fire or a fire-starting device. Red, red, red. Everything is dyed crimson. My home is burning to the ground. It's hot. Clack, clack. Why is no one coming? I'm going to burn to death. How did it come to this? Oh, right. Her. It must be the work of that vixen who appeared suddenly and enchanted my lord. That witch. Those hauntingly cold eyes had my lord dancing in the palm of her hand. All right, the evening bell. That must be why nobody can hear the sound of my clappers. I've got to do it louder. Ooh, clack, clack. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Oh, I love her. Haruo is a housewife who resides in a manor near Shumoku Bridge. Her 11-year-old son, Shuichi, was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. Death was the result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case, a mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. The incident was covered up, and Shuichi's killer remains at large. Oh, sticker! They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents. It is! Oh, it is! It's so cute! Wait, I love that! You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity. Ooh, I love her face. The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway. Good grief. Talk about a spanner in the works. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of 1 lead. What? Really? So you said. As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway. I remember you were just about to tell me. My concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible. But her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police in high regard, refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands. Oh my god. The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed and Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Oh no. Oh, Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police's incompetence, but this is ultimately covered up with stringent media embargoes. Oh my god. The investigation was never closed, but the case has long gone cold. No. In the river. Shuichi was a conscientious, brave young boy who was determined to protect his mother. Oh no. Shuichi's tendency to put other people's needs over his own meant he died without ever telling his classmates how much he longed for them to all go out on a hunt for mockingbird stickers. Oh no, that's so cute. Wait, no. The police traced the culprit's calls back to, let's see here, Northern Oyoko River, here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area. That's right. In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive, since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's calls. Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute, factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house. Likely that he was abducted by car on his route home. Maybe, but exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. Never would have gotten into a car with a stranger. That's right. I was very firm about that. I know he understood, too. I even saw him warning the other children. Possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there is, there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. There was someone he knew? Kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into their car. But how? I think the only thing that makes sense to me is if they were somebody that he would have a reason to trust. Teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew. But all of the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. Oh, when you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Oh yeah, that's true. Even kids who've been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. Oh, if somebody said they needed help. Oh yeah, he must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong. That's right. Wait, surely you can't mean... Now you're getting it. Say a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help. What would he have done? Oh. If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gotten into a car? Oh my god. He might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children. But, then you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone. She might have been an accomplice, or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? You found something? And one man thought he had. Do you mean he saw it happen? Well, I can't say that. Got it. Well, Jonoichi, I'm all ears. Look at his hair. Look, I'll tell you straight. My life is in danger. I need your help. Who is trying to kill you? What? A student called Michio Shiraishi. What? A student? Interesting. Schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty. It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. What? I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. What? What? Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigima. That's true. You've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, you can't explain that. I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. What a girl. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? I'm begging you, don't let her get to me. This is suspicious. I don't know. Nothing about this. You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? I love the art with their lips like this. At the time, I thought this mention of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. Oh yeah, he saw us get the cursed stone. He said he saw it appear on her hand. So he believes it. Then, if we could just find that girl. Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name's Kohei Jonuichi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida. Oh, a teacher? Then this schoolgirl is one of his students. I think that's very likely. Ooh. I remember in the beginning of the game, like you hear the news thing about his body being found in the river. But then also her kid was murdered and he was also found in that river too. The coincidences are lining up. I don't know. I don't know what this means, but it means something. Okay, so it doesn't say he was found in the river, but it describes him as like a drowned man. But he was discovered at the park. So, but still the river has some significance because we're gonna learn more about that later. Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. Oh, as long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out. What? What do you have in mind? Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they filled it with soul dregs? Ooh. That was all you were after. Then I could send you my services guilt-free. Is it just because you have a will to revive someone that the curse appears? But why did the other guy get it and not Yuko? I already forgot her name. If only you could use the curse and back out at the last second. At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now. That's an interesting proposition. Well, maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig. Oh, I see. You're not one, ma'am, if you don't mind me saying, and I don't think it's just a curse. You flatter. Why do I kind of ship it? Wait. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up and I can start asking questions, I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain. Thank you. That's more than enough. Okay, wait. Is it gonna be like Corpse Party, where you read something and then you die immediately just for reading it? Suicide at local high school? Oh, I remember that. A high school girl dropped off. She was bullied. Huh? What? But no, this can't be right. Her name. She's already dead? Michio Shiraishi from Komagata High School. It can't be. I knew we were gonna find something out about this. Holy shit. Can I ask you something, ma'am? Is the Sumida River what you Honjo folks picture when you think of home? I couldn't say. All I can tell you is that I can hardly stand the sight of it. Right, should have guessed. This was where they found him after he went missing. All alone, floating in that horrible water. So if I have this right, are you saying that Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife? Exactly. That's why the rite of resurrection is here, rather than anywhere else, I'm sure of it. And it's probably why the 7 mysteries and their curses have survived to the modern day. And I guess that would make this spot where we're standing now, right over the water, the border between life and death. Oh, is that why the bodies keep showing up in the river? There were ever a place where bringing back the dead might be possible, I reckon it's here. It's funny that you mentioned praying to the river. That might have done more than you think. That's supposed to make me feel better. Just thinking aloud, ma'am. Well, it's a nice thought. Go ahead. Must have been about 20 years now when I was still a schoolgirl. Back then, the Sumida River was much filthier than it is now. It was full of garbage and industrial discharge. It was scummy and slimy and it stank. I could look out over the river and see, dead dogs, dead cats and dogs and pigeons just floating. And one day, among all the filth and garbage, there was a piece of my missing classmate's hand. What the fuck? What were the chances that someone would find a part of her that was still recognizable? And although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water, the part that was left would have an identifiable scar. And that they could tell it'd been a murder from the blade marks on the bone. Holy shit, what the fuck? Are you talking about the Najima murders? You see, back then, if you chopped a body up into tiny pieces and threw it in the river, it would rot quickly and discreetly and sink to the bottom, never to be seen again. Are you saying what I think you're saying? They arrested him shortly after, Fumichika Nejima, the man who killed my classmate and cut her into pieces. He was so methodical about it, it couldn't have been his first crime. And people began to wonder how many other girls he'd murdered the same way. The police never found any evidence of other murders in the end, but the river knows the truth. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised you know so much about the Najima murders. But how could I not? After all, I was the one who found the hand. The police actually wrote me a thank you letter. They said it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Najima to justice. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me. I guess it just wasn't the killer's day. Sometimes I wonder if he resents me for it. She's dead. She's what? The student who committed suicide last week. That was her. I heard something like that had happened. Never got the name, though. Talk about bad luck. We finally get a lead, only to find it's turned into a literal dead end. Unless her death was the whole reason Junoichi was so shaken up. Yeah, What if Mr. Jonoichi sends Michio Shiraishi with blackmail? What do you think? Exactly my thinking. I got it right! Yay! Junoichi knew about Miss Shiraishi's connection to the kidnapping, and he used that to blackmail her into doing his bidding. Oh. He made her feel so trapped she took her own life to escape. That's my read on it. Oh. How despicable. Well, it's just a theory. Right now, I think we need to have another chat with Mr. Jonoichi. The middle-aged man and the young couple sound the most promising, am I right? Whatever we pick, it's still too early to make a move. I love that. Who's this artist? I love the little lips they do. The little pouty lips for the characters. It's so cute. It seems like the curse bearers are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus, there's still others we don't know about. I said we hang fire and see how things play out. Once more bodies start showing up, that'll get the pot nice and hot. And once it's boiling, our chance will come. Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. Hmm? Oh shit. Life in prison doesn't always mean life. Oh shit. Oh shit. You think they came back? There's precedent for first-time offenders being allowed out on parole after 20 years. They even give particularly notorious criminals new identities. So they won't be recognized in the workplace. Oh. My. The way you put it, it's like you're saying Fumichika Nejima could be out on parole right now. Back in society under a new name with nobody any the wiser. Now that you mention it, I just remembered something too. What was it? I was passing Komagara High School a little while ago when I saw someone. A janitor, I think. And I could have sworn he reminded me of Fumichika Nejima. Oh, he looked a little different after 20 years. Much thinner than I remembered too. I told myself I was just seeing things. But perhaps it was him after all. It's unlikely the other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think. I see. All right. Suspend? What? Oh, eh? Like, her design is so simple but so good. I don't know how to explain it. It is mostly the eyes, but like, oh, it's just so good. I love it. I'm just going in order. Let's go this. Hey, boss. Forensics. Forensics is all done. The crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home. It's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow, like nothing ever happened. I doubt it'll get many visitors after everything that's happened. Come on, we've got to go over all the info we've gathered. What better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime, where we can soak up the atmosphere? Soak up the atmosphere? The hell is this? Is there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff if you get off on being in a place like this. Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way! Okay, buddy. What is up with him? No, don't turn this around on me. I'm not the weird one here. Cripes. About Tsutsumi? Is that the one? But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the first division, boss. I've always admired your work. You were like a god to me. You were the whole reason I became a detective in the first place. Couldn't believe you got transferred out of the first, just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work on a case like this now, just the two of us, is a dream come true. Happy as I am to hear that, well, how should I put it? What is it? If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect. Huh? But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you run your mouth like that. So early in the morning yesterday, a staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead. While there were no obvious external wounds, the fact that he was a police officer and the evidence of a struggle means it's likely that this was a murder. About the victim. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau. 27 years old, single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles in education. His rank was senior police officer. Hajime was quite the bad boy in school, apparently. Said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. That's a good story. I love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honor. Please don't make fun of my dead friend. Hey, I said in his honor, you should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die on the field. You say that like it's a sure thing I'll die. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss. Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale. Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on how this investigation goes. I can already see it. Ario, no! Why'd you have to go and get yourself killed? I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours. Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. I can't wait. Can't wait for your own death. Get it together, kid. Sheesh, you really are something. Thank you? Oh my god, these two are just the comedic relief. Oh my god. Hey, boss? I looked into the case that Hajime was running. Oh great, that's the kind of stuff I want to know. Oh wait, he didn't say that sarcastically. He was actually mean. Okay, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did hear about that. The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had had contact with her even before this incident. How are you keeping up with all these names? Not really. Like, in my head, I'm just like, that's the girl that killed herself. This is the young detective and the old detective. That's how I'm remembering most of them. What was the other case? This one is also related to a Komagata High student. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seems to be the leader of a group of kids who get up to no good. Oh, cool, a gang leader. Juvenile delinquency. Fun. She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault, battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months, and she was finally starting to open up. Then he met with the girl the day he died. Well, every school's got its problems. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him. Right, just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust. Aw. She might act out without someone to help her get through this. We'll have to make sure the Sumida Community Safety Bureau does their job. We can't rule out the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too. She got married 20 years ago. It must have been right around the Nijima murder. You know your history. Yeah, that happened a year or two after our wedding. You were the one who arrested... Oh! We studied that case at the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested. All that was just... cracking the case, finding the guy, it was all just happenstance. Really rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. This right of resurrection thing that everyone's talking about. No, not you too. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere. Oh, you have? That's surprising. Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job. But don't you think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? The whole thing started right here in Honjo in Sumida City, so I thought that maybe... Cut it out. Nothing good could come of getting involved with that rite or whatever, or that records of faith. It's like you know all about it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult? Stop that. Seriously, this isn't a joke. Oh, does he know about it? I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the rite of resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but... bringing the dead back to life, that's the stuff of fantasy. It's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles, got it? Well, boss, I think that about does it. Right, let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. What the fuck? Oh god, what is that? Huh? Boss, what's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile. Oh, damn it. It was that case all along. Boss, what is it? Is there something over there? Such deep sorrow. A resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Those who deceive with falsehoods and hung up forever in eternal darkness. The evergreen beach. You can use it to kill those who intentionally... Oh, this is perfect! Did I do that when I was Shogo? I don't remember if I did. Press the... Did I lie to... I think I did lie to him. He could have killed me if he had this in the first route. He deceived us with the so-called rite of resurrection. The man who tricked the people with his false dark art swings from a rope. I didn't think he would want to, like, resurrect the guy. He was just talking about not wanting to. Like, not... I don't get it. I don't get how they get it. Ariel. Yes? I have some bad news. Oh no. Your senility is kicking in, isn't it? No. We've got a bit of trouble on our hands. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight. Huh? What are you talking about? Let me get this straight, boss. The rite of resurrection really exists? And to use it, you have to kill people using the power of curses from the 7 mysteries? And the curse you have is from the story of the evergreen beach that's told in this area? Is that right? Yeah, pretty much. You're quick on the uptake. You weren't your usual silly self when you were explaining, so I knew you were telling the truth. Like, what do you mean he's not? I'm never silly. Oh my god. Oh my god. The buddy cop movie music. I'm sure you already know this, but this is all top secret. No sharing it with anyone. Right, you could trust me not to. But no, I just can't believe it. I'd heard rumors that you used to be a member of a secret division attached to the security bureau. Oh, the music. Can't believe we actually have a department called Paranormal Affairs. Yeah, I'm sure it comes as a shock. I couldn't believe it myself. Thought the higher-ups were messing with me. Really had me worried for a while there. No, this is incredible. That's the whole reason I became a cop. I was always fascinated by secret agencies and stuff. That's why? You serious? But thinking about it, it totally makes sense. If curses and spirits really do exist, then of course we need a special department to protect citizens from them. So, do you, have it? Have what? Spirit sense, of course. Are you what they call spiritually gifted? Nope, I've never felt anything at all. Even if I did, I'd be a lightweight at best. 1 beer and I'm down for the count. Oh, that's cute too. Oh, huh. Is that how people in the field quantify someone's spirit sense? Like how much liquor they can handle? Nope, that's just me. Thought it'd help get the point across. Oh, huh. They told me to deal with it myself. Said it'd be fine since I have some experience. Huh? What? And that overtime you mentioned means... Yep, you're gonna help me, partner. Alright, let's do this. You seem a bit too eager to dive into all this. You really have no reservations working a case you know nothing about. You said this was an emergency. I didn't think we'd have a choice. I'm just trying to be logical about this, boss. You really are something. Might actually be nice having you around. Why, thank you. Yay, he's warming up to him. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say that too. I was like, didn't someone else compare the spirit things with beer or something? I completely forgot. Yeah. Is it one of those things where like everybody's connected? Hey, you there. Sorry to bother you, but I've got some questions. I'm with the police. Thanks for your cooperation. We'll be asking you a few things, Mr. Yutaro Namigaki. Oh, you're a detective. Did something happen? All right, lots of things have been happening around here. Like people dying. This guy. The feet guy. Oh yeah, it is the feet guy. Wait, you're right. Just in case. Just in case. Not here. If it's the Evergreen Beach you're after, you'd be better off looking around the former Yasuda Gardens than here. Oh, you know a lot about this. Well, that's what I thought. Detectives, you have the curse stone of the Evergreen Beach, don't you? You, how did you know? Ariel, you idiot. He just fucking... Oh, well, that was much easier than expected. Oh crap, sorry. Oh my god, it was simple inference. I figured you would have taken the curse if you were just in the gardens. If you know that, then you must be a curse bearer yourself. I have no intentions of hiding anything. I plan to tell you from the start. Look, this is my cursed stone. I believe it's called the Foot Washing Mansion. That's right, but are you sure about this? I'm not so rash that I'd kill someone as soon as I found out they were a curse bearer. Not without talking to them first. You're the same, aren't you, detective? You wouldn't use a curse on a normal person. Let's speak as equals, shall we? Oh, do I just kill him? Like, I don't want to just kill him. Goodbye. Boss? Sure, we'd rather resolve this amicably, too. What? Eh? What? What? Why didn't it let me kill him? Huh? Huh? Why didn't it let me kill? The time I'm like... I'm like happy to do it. I see. Understood. That's a pretty useful power for a detective. Now then, let's talk. Damn, seems I've lost the upper hand. So far, so good. What? Eh? What? I just want to murder indiscriminately. And the game's like, no, stop it. Oh. Oh, we did it. What? Why isn't my curse echo working? Haha. You're no match for my fourth wall breaking abilities. She was an accomplished Omioji. Alas, she did not use her talents for the good of the world or the people, but for her own selfish pursuit of beauty. Oh. After a fierce battle, the woman dragged herself through the streets. It was like something had gnawed away at her body. Crawling to a nearby house, her breath caught in her throat. The curious residents opened up, recoiled from what they saw. My foot, this is so filthy. Please, someone please, quickly. The woman expired while mumbling something unintelligible, and so ended the life of a woman consumed by evil. God forbid women do anything. Well, that makes one stone. Where do we go now? We'll visit all the places associated with the mysteries while it's still dark out. You mean we have to do that all over again? I hope they aren't all as aggressive as him, but people will do crazy things to bring back someone they love. Seems that the hatred the cursed stones are imbued with makes people more willing to kill. Really? Then what about you, boss? I'm fine. I may not have any spirit sense, but I'm tough when it comes to this stuff. That's why they loved me in Paranormal Affairs. So you are spiritually gifted after all. Alright, let's head to the next place.